What is going on, members of the Shy Guy Squad? My name is Dan, otherwise known as Danekii, and welcome to week 3 of the GBA. I almost said MPL, I've been in the wrong league, but welcome to week 3 of the GBA D League against Leo 6FTHAX, coach of the Durham Druddigons. If you want to know, by the way, before you go all down the description, because it's about the description, if you want to know what my team is, there's a PokePest in the description, analyst, go check that out too, because I just haven't had time for team builder. I think I want to solve it that way, because I personally really don't like doing team builders, as I find them incredibly boring and they just don't appeal to the people too much either. So there's a link in the description for those of you who are interested, where you can see what I brought and stuff like that. And I'm not too particularly proud of this team, but that's besides the point. We're also, while you're down in the description, be sure to head on over to Leo's channel if you haven't already, and be sure to subscribe to him. He's a great guy, uploads daily Wi-Fi battles and draft league battles in terms like P4G and GBA and other stuff like that. And by the time this is up, his should be up too. But with that being said, I brought today Espeon, McAbsol, Darmanitan, Licky, Frostlass, and Magirna, while my opponent has brought today the Tapu Fini Donphan, Bronzong, Ranunculus, Kyurem Black, and Blaziken. So without further ado, let's kick it off and see if we can pick up a second win in the GBA D League, or if we go on to 1-2. Leo is also currently 1-1. We both lost to Jolt, and we both have won against another opponent. I beat Magic, and Leo beat Randy. So this is a match to kind of see where we end up in the standings, because if I win this game, we'll be taking a decent lead, but if I lose, then Leo will have a decent lead, and I will have to pick up again. And we both want to be in an advantageous situation. So I'm going to go for Calm Mind with my Espeon, as it was my lead, and this thing can 2-hit KO most, if not everything on his team at +1. Well, I did the calcing for Psychic and Psyshock, but then I removed Psyshock for like Shadow Ball, so I didn't get completely walled out by stuff like Bronzong and Ranunculus. But I do 49, I believe that was a low roll to this Tapu Fini actually, so was a bit unfortunate, but that's just how the cookie crumbles, I suppose. So he goes for Haste, revealing to me he ain't about that setup shenanigans. He learned from Magic's mistake week 1, and he brought Haze on his Tapu Fini in case my setup on Magirna got a little bit out of hand. So he's gonna go into Umaga right now, the Donphan. Freaking weeaboo names. Goddamn weeaboos. But no, he sends it to Umaga the Donphan as I go for Morning Sun. Now my Espeon is nice and healthy again. I'm going to withdraw though, because I'm afraid he can knock me out, you know. Oh, there's a timer that I did. Well, there's no video without a phone going off. But I'm gonna send in Licky here, as it takes this on fairly well, and I got leftovers to keep myself nice and healthy, so that is always nice, and I can go for Wish and stuff like that. But I'm going to predict him to try to set Rocks here, which really backfires to me, because I didn't even consider the thought of Assault with Donphan for this game until this point. So he knocks on my Wise Glasses. My Espeon's incredibly weak. He's got Ice Shard, which can easily knock me out, which might have been my play, I'm not exactly sure, but I do switch into my Frostlass now. I said to take this Ice Shard, or at least to preserve my Espeon, try to maybe get up a Spike or something to pressure his team from switching in. But since Donphan is here and I want to get some damage on it, and this is where I finally realize, hey, Assault with the Donphan makes sense, right? And this is a very specially defensive Donphan on top of the Assault Vest, because Ice Beam did less than 50 to Donphan, and it should do way more than 50%. So we're down 6-5. I'm gonna go into my Darmanitan right here, Inferno, and just slam myself into this, well, not elephant, but this dolphin thing. If I knocked it down to 50%, I might have been able to 2-hit KO it, as I believe I do like 25%, so I'm gonna go for Flare Blitz here though, and that is going to do about 25-ish%, considering he was at like 55-60, and now he's at like 30, so 30, yeah, 25, say from 55, I reckon, and now he's gonna be at like, I don't know, 36 maybe, and I decided, hey, Flare Blitz is still a good idea, even though I saw I did like 25%, and Surf is probably going to mutilate me. So he's down like 5%, so Darmanitan did some good damage, but not good enough. If I got that damage roll the first time, would have probably knocked him out, and that would have been really funny if Darmanitan knocked him out. Would have put me in a very advantageous spot, actually. So I sacked off one of the mons that did really well against Leo's team, unfortunately, because Darmanitan's Flare Blitz, after Tapu Fini is gone, looking back at it, he doesn't have a switch in. It was Tapu Fini. If I just let Fini die, if I just knock Fini out with something else, had Darmanitan to just kill anything, so unfortunate play on my end. But I'm just going to Mega Evolve my Mega Absol right here and try to pick up a kill by praying to the RNG gods above that I land this Stone Edge, because I'm Hone Claws, Stone Edge, Sucker Punch, and Mega Horn. I could have used this thing to set up the +1, but, you know, because he had Nature's Madness, Haste, Taunt, and something else. So I'm going to go for Hone Claws here against this Bronzong, because I don't have knockoff, and my best way of hitting it then would be Sucker Punch. So I had Mega Horn and Sucker Punch. So I went for Hone Claws on +1, I'm going to click Sucker Punch. I know this thing is Cobra Berry, but it's just to get it popped, I suppose, because at this point I'm really starting to play on tilt, because I've played so poorly the beginning part of this game, and Leo's just been outplaying and out-prepping me, and I prepped on my own this week, which wasn't the best idea, thanks front office. But yeah, so I'm gonna send in my Licky, one of my personally defensive MVPs of this entire season so far. I've really grown to like Licky a lot. So Leo's gonna send in his Durham Big Black, and I'm gonna go for the wish, because when you wish upon a star, you might actually survive. God damn it, phone, shut the hell up. So, Clayman restores health. I have returned on this thing specifically EV'd to break a substitute from a very HP invested Durham Black, because I could not allow this thing to get behind a substitute, because then it literally just fists the rest of my team, like with Focus Blast. Like, you'll see it's got Focus Blast and Fusion Bolt, and if it got behind a sub, I just lost right there if I couldn't break it. I originally had Dragon Tail on the set, but Dragon Tail didn't even break the sub, so I was like, oh, that's horrible. But then when I look back at it, it makes sense. 60 goes to 120, while Return goes from 102 to 150 something, 150 point something, so 150 base power. And I can do minimum of 25%, and I do get a rather okay roll. As you see, he's now on approximately 10%, give or take a little bit. He's a little bit less, so he only has 1 Life Orb hit left in him, but I wouldn't see, you know, like I can live a Fusion Bolt, maybe I can live a Focus Blast from this range if he's uninvested. Like, uninvested Life Orb gave this a roll for me to survive, I believe, or I calced it like as in uninvested without a Life Orb and thought I could live. But he goes for the Focus Blast here, and that is going to be enough to knock out my Clayman. So this is going to be a double down, proving that Durham Black has way more than 2,000 attack points. So unfortunately right there, but Durham is going to go down too, so self-destruct, Exploder Dragon, there you go. But HBK, the Blaziken comes in as I send in my Black Panther, because it's my best bet at this point. He goes for Vacuum Wave, but because of his investments, has enough to knock me out with over a mineral. Like, it was guaranteed. I think a mineral did like 18. And I send in Chaos Neos, my Magearna, against the Fire type. That, you know, it's special. Overheat killed me last week. This week he had Flare Blitz for this special occasion, and Magearna dies. So I got pummeled 4-0 this week. Very unfortunate, but Leo played absolutely incredible, and I was just kind of on the back foot the entire game. Like, I don't think there was one point in this game where I had momentum. So unfortunately, we take a massive loss to Leo of the Durham Druddigons. Be sure to check out my links in the description. His match should have gone up around the same time as this one, but after these two pretty big losses to Jolt and Leo, we're gonna have to step it up next week against the Skitties. That one's for you, Tom, and Jack the Dom Fanatic. I think we can do it. I just need to regain our confidence, and once we build and get our front office with us again, we can probably get going again. Next week we got, like I said, Jack. Now we got Aster, Greg, Randy, Papa C, and to finish it off, Aberforth. So there's still possibilities for us, but we just need to kick off now and get going. So be sure to leave a like if you're hyped for the remainder of the season. Comment down below, let me know what you thought of the battle. Subscribe if you're new, and more GBA content coming to you next week. I hope to see all of you guys then. But with that being said, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you all for your time. See you next time. Bye! Before I wrap up, I just want to give a huge thank you to all of my Patreon supporters that you see on screen right now, helping me with my goals and also with future problems. With that being said, hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.